You are the type of owner who genuinely wants to give your dog the best. You research the treats, you buy the good stuff, and you show up every single day. But what if I told you that the thing your dog values most has nothing to do with food? Most owners are locked inside a bribery cycle without even realizing it. Today, we are stripping away the treats to reveal something far deeper. A biological fulfillment that lowers cortisol instantly and builds a trust that no biscuit ever could. This is not about ditching training. It is not about going cold turkey on rewards overnight. It is about understanding what is actually happening inside your dog when you reach for that treat pouch every single time. Because once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And this Mother's Day, that shift in perspective might be the most powerful gift you give, not just to your dog, but to yourself as a dog owner. Let us start with something called the caloric trap. And before you tune out thinking this is about dog nutrition, stay with me, because this is really about the relationship you have built without realizing it. Here is the scene. You ask your dog to sit, they look at you. You reach into your pocket, they sit. You reward, you ask again. They look at your pocket first, then at you. Sound familiar? That tiny moment, that glance at your pocket before they even register your face, that is the caloric trap in action. Your dog has learned that compliance earns currency, and currency in this case is food. It is transactional, clean, predictable, and quietly limiting. Now here is something most trainers will not tell you up front. High-value treats work. They absolutely work. In the short term, they create fast associations, build initial behaviors, and make early training feel like magic. Nobody is arguing against that. But there is a ceiling. And most owners hit that ceiling without knowing why things suddenly feel harder, flatter, or more exhausting than they expected. The ceiling looks like this. Your dog performs beautifully at home, but falls apart in the park. Your dog listens when your hand is near your pocket, but disengages the moment you are empty-handed. Your dog seems motivated during training sessions, but disconnected the rest of the day. That is not a bad dog. That is a dog who has learned to respond to a vending machine, not a partner. This is what bribe-based training actually does over time. It narrows the relationship into a series of transactions. Your dog offers behavior. You pay. The exchange is complete. There is no biological conversation happening. There is no trust being built. There is no emotional language being developed between the two of you. It is just commerce. And commerce, no matter how efficiently it runs, is not connection. Now here is where this gets genuinely fascinating, and this is the part that changes everything once you understand it. Dogs are not wired primarily for calories. They are wired for safety, for belonging, for co-regulation. When a dog is in the presence of a calm, attuned, trustworthy owner, their cortisol, the primary stress hormone, measurably drops, not because of food, because of presence, because of biological recognition that they are safe, that they are seen, and that they do not have to figure everything out on their own. Researchers have documented this. The bond between a dog and a trusted human activates oxytocin release in both the dog and the person. That is the same bonding hormone involved in mother-infant attachment in humans. It is not metaphor. It is biology. And you cannot buy it with a treat bag. So what does this mean practically? It means the hidden skill your dog values most is not a trick, not a command, not a perfectly timed click. It is attunement. The ability to read your dog's internal state and respond to it in a way that says, I see you. I am here. You are not alone in this. Attunement sounds abstract, but it is incredibly concrete once you know what to look for. It is noticing when your dog is overstimulated before they react, and creating space before they feel forced to. It is reading the flick of an ear or the tension across the shoulders, and adjusting your pace without waiting for a behavioral explosion to tell you something was wrong. It is being the kind of calm, present anchor in an environment that your dog can return to emotionally, not just physically. And here is the pivot that makes Mother's Day 2026 the perfect moment to talk about this. Because what is Mother's Day really about at its best? It is about recognizing the kind of love that does not ask for applause, the kind that shows up quietly, consistently, without demanding a transaction in return, the kind that says, I am here not because you performed correctly, but because I am yours and you are mine. That is the relationship most dog owners are actually chasing underneath all the training goals and obedience benchmarks. They do not just want a dog that sits on cue. They want a dog that chooses to stay close, that looks to them first when something feels scary, that relaxes fully in their presence because safety is not a question anymore. And that does not come from treats. It comes from shifting your identity from reward dispenser to emotional anchor, from someone who feeds to someone who truly feels. So how do you start making that shift? You do not have to throw out your treat pouch tomorrow. What you do is start layering an attunement alongside the food rewards. You start noticing your dog's emotional state before you start a session, not just their behavioral compliance during one. You start letting your calm voice and your settled body carry weight, separate from what is in your pocket. You start practicing being present without an agenda, just existing alongside your dog in a way that communicates, this is not a transaction. This is us. Over time, something shifts. Your dog starts checking in with you more, not because you have a reward, but because you have become a source of emotional regulation for them. They are not performing for you. They are partnering with you. And the difference between those two things is everything. You will feel it on the walk when the leash goes loose without a treat involved. You will feel it when your dog chooses your side over the distraction across the street. You will feel it in the quiet moments when they settle beside you not because they were told to, but because being near you is where they feel most like themselves. That is biological fulfillment. That is the real gift. And it is available to you right now. No bag of biscuits required. If this landed for you, the next step is simple. Start paying attention to your dog's emotional state today, not just their behavior. Notice what they are feeling before you ask them to perform anything. That one shift from watching what they do to understanding what they feel is where everything changes. Your dog has been waiting for this version of you. And honestly, so have you. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video, scan the QR code on the screen right now to subscribe and join the Pawsome Life family. Give your dog a belly rub for us, and we will see you in the next video.